Just walked fucking in here. Just walked in here, nice and peaceful, quiet. Literally, when I picked up the camera, the fridge started. That's fantastic. That thing is so goddamn loud, it drives me nuts. I mean, it's not really loud, it just, I don't know. It just drives me crazy. Anyways, it is Tuesday, July 29th at 8:04 a.m. Tuesday, July 29th, 8:04. Okay. Tuesday, mile walk and abdominals. Still coming off prednisone. I did 5 days of 40 milligrams. Yesterday I dropped down to 30. Today I dropped down to 20, and tomorrow I'll drop down to 10, and possibly the day after I'll drop down to 5. I don't know. I might just do the 10 and then done. But because you only have to do long taper downs when you're on that shit for long periods, and if you're on it for a week or two, usually you can just either jump right off. But I wouldn't recommend jumping right off it, because especially if you have something like ulcerative colitis, where you gotta go. You can't just like go plateau and drop off the cliff. You gotta kind of, everything kind of goes in a wave. So like you get a flare, and then you're coming down off the flare, and you're healing and healing and healing, and you want to just nice and smooth transition to feeling better. So like in my opinion, the only abrupt time you should ever jump off it is like if you're taking prednisone for like a joint injury or something that even then it can still hit you good if you just pop off it. So but if you're dealing with like soft tissue like colitis, stuff that's bleeding and stuff that can get just fucking nasty as hell, if don't ever just drop off it like that, even if you just take it for real high doses for like 3 days, and then just jump off it right away. Always step down a little bit at least. I used to do 3 to 5 days of 40 milligrams was my normal thing. 3 to 5 days 40 milligrams, then I did 3 days of 30, and then I did 3 days of 20, and then 3 days of 10, and then sometimes 3 days of 5, depending on how bad the flare was, which is fine. That's a good week to 2 weeks of a prednisone dose that usually snapped you, well, almost pretty much every time snapped you back. But I don't like being on this shit. It makes me jittery, it makes my disorientation, head swimmy feel. It's more swelling. My lymphedema swells up more, and even in places that you don't have lymphedema, which is a reason why they say you can get moon face, because you get this big, your face can swell. A lot of lymphatic fluid can hold in your face due to it and everything. So it's a fucking nightmare drug. I love it because I'd be dead dozens of times over if it wasn't out, if that drug wasn't around. But at the same time, it's like the nastiest drug on the planet. It's got so many freaking side effects. Anyways, I was gonna say something before I walked in here. I don't know. But having that disorientation today, only got about 6 hours of sleep last night. INR yesterday was 2.4. It was 2.2 last Monday. Saturday I did another check. It was 3.0, jumped up 0.6 to 3.0, or no, 0.8 to 3.0. And then, so then Saturday I took not just 100 milligrams of vitamin K, but I took 2, and then Sunday I took 2 again as well, so it equals 200 micrograms of vitamin K. Popped it back down to 2.4 yesterday, and it's really hard to manage it with a bleeding issue. It really is, because like if you have a colitis flare, you're on warfarin, right? Not one of those other blood thinners, but warfarin, the rat poison. Basically, if you have a flare and you dump a bunch of blood over a day or a couple days or a week or whatever time, so you dump a bunch of blood, then your body replaces the fluids within 24 to 72 hours, the plasma and the actual fluid itself, and then it takes a good month for your red blood cells to get replaced. So basically you dump a bunch of blood that had that thinner in it. So then your body's replacing your red blood cells with blood that doesn't have thinner in it, right? So then if you stay on the same dose of warfarin, it doesn't matter because you're going to have a lower INR, a lower blood thinness, because you got all this fresh new blood that's being pushed back into your system that doesn't have thinner in it. You know what I mean? So it's constant, and that's just like one itty bitty little thing. You know, it's a bazillion things. It all has to do with your diet, how much vitamin K, how much green shit vitamin K you're eating or can eat, fats, saturated fats, omegas, all those things too. If you're eating like a keto diet, so you're eating more fats will spike your INR, your blood thinness, like big time. Like I'm talking like you could have like you could be at like 2.2 and eat a nice big old round glob tablespoon of peanut butter and eat that, and no joke, it'll pop you up like anywhere from like 0.1 to like 0.4 depending on how everything's going in your body. So, which doctors won't tell you that either, how fats can raise your INR as well, your blood thinness. So didn't hear one iota about that when I was dealing with this and getting on it for the first time. So yeah, you got to figure everything out. Like a coconut too. Coconut's super saturated in fats, right? You know, eat a little bit of coconut, not the water, because it's just the water, but the actual, you know, pieces, shit ton of fat. Eat a little bit of that, your INR goes up big time. So it's a bazillion things, and there's a bunch of other things too, but I'm not going to go into it right now. And I'm going to do my walk now because I don't want to risk having to go take a piss again. So we're going to do a mile walk and then abdominals. I'm not doing the 10-pound ankle weights today because, again, still dropping off prednisone right after a flare. Lost a fair amount of blood. This week I'm going low and slow to keep my body in the exercise mode, but not push the shit out of it. You know, right? We want to keep the physical stress low. So I'm gonna walk slow again, like I did yesterday. I did a 30-minute walk, a mile walk at 2.2 speed, mainly because, like I talked about the lymphatic system the other day and my lymphedema in my right leg. When you got more fluid down there, then you get more pressure, more pain, more discomfort. All kinds of shit. I mean, it can start like stinging and burning and shit too. So the faster you walk, the more you get the blood or the lymphatic juices moving through your body. So you want to find a line, stick at the line, and, you know, enough to get a good exercise in. Man, I'm just jittery as hell right now. God dang prednisone. It's partially because I'm on the prednisone and partially because I'm weaning off the prednisone. Right, so it's the worst fucking drug on the planet, period. You know, everyone says opioids are the worst. Well, they just make opioids the worst. You know, they just talk extremely bad about it constantly, which in reality, there's no pain medication out there that can match that. So until you come out with a new pain medication or fucking cure people, you know, opioids are literally a lifesaver for a lot of people. So yes, it does fuck a lot of people's lives up, but at the same time, it does a lot of good for a lot of people. So, you know. Anyways, right. I was gonna say something else. Anyways, this goddamn prednisone, I just feel like I'm gonna jump out of my skin, and it's mainly right now due to me coming down. I popped 10 milligrams off this morning, and then tomorrow I'll do 10 milligrams. And then even after, when I get off, it takes it, you know, a good week for me to normalize to a point, and then at least a good month or two to fully, even up to 3 months to fully whoosh it out of your system where you're feeling semi-normal again. So, alright, this will be a low and slow walk again, but I want to see if I can hopefully get the mile in like I always do. Alright. Supposed to be sunny at some point. Alright. wet the throat and the mouth because my throat's been dry. I always get a sore throat too, like a mild sore throat when I take prednisone. I don't know what the hell the deal is with that. All right. Okay. All right. Always on display. He's running because I'm not grabbing anything today, so I'm gonna run my workout with him too. Got my phone, air, playing air in there. Always on display. He is running. He is running. Water, coconut water, towel. Okay. Start him up, indoor walk. And my heart is still, again, I still take with the prednisone, so my heartbeat is still off by, 6 to 12 beats, and it's still on the twitchier side again, still on the damn shit coming off it. But I usually start feeling better when I'm on the 20 milligrams, but I haven't dropped, I've never, for quite a few years, dropped off prednisone like this, where I did 40 for 5 days, then 30, 20, 10, and off. So I usually space it, but, so I'm a little twitchier because I'm, pulling myself off it quicker as well as the drug itself makes me twitchy. So, alright. Oh, let's start out at, let's do the 2.2 again. Minute 10 in, okay. Oh, fuck me. It's a real pain in the ass, and you need a lot of motivation to get your ass up and do this when you feel shitty, but you always feel better after you do it. So how do you feel before, during, and after? And keep evaluating your body as you go. If you need to stop, just pay attention. All right, I'm gonna start at 2.2. We'll just start there again. Well, yeah, okay, whatever. Oh, right, here we go. Slow ass fucking walk to Mile Town. But it's good to cycle the fluids, get the fluids cycling. So it takes 2 minutes and 44 seconds to go 0.1, 1/10 of a mile. quarter mile. 1.5, half mile. Pressure in this leg again. It builds up, builds up. That's why I can't walk any faster. We're a little under 10 minutes left, roughly. 0.670 miles. beats and holding. Quarter mile left. Whole quadrant's like aching like crazy right now. Basically the whole leg, but mainly knee up to about right here. Aching, burning like. Backed up of fluid. But I only basically have 0.14 left, so like under 5 minutes before I start cooling down. Don't feel bad enough to stop. 110, 111 beats, which is higher at the speed I'm going. basically 4.5 minutes behind normal. I'm at 0.904. This says a mile, 26:49. A little fast today. 0.931. I trust this more because it's measuring on the rotation of the belt. This thing's measuring on steps and accelerometer. Well, I guess that would be accelerometer and steps as well. You know what I mean. Heart rate, I'm guessing, takes into it mildly. About 2 minutes left, then 2-minute cooldown. This fucking hip is on fire right now. Just like fucking somebody lit that fucker on fire. It's burning. Yowza. It accumulates as time goes on. So if I went another 5 minutes on top of it, I probably couldn't. Even dropping down to like 1.2, it still would. But the whole like quadrant is just like, this leg's great. This leg feels good. We're coming right up on it. Mile. 27:17. Roll up. So whatever, 43 seconds to 28 minutes and do a 2-minute cooldown. Even though my hip feels like it wants to explode. Still good to get the fluid moving no matter the pain. And find out what type of pain is acceptable as well. Some isn't, some is. 1.5 and we're rolling down. Oh. It's not joint stuff at all. This is all fluid pain right here. Lymphedema pain. This is that fucking ass, piece of shit ass prednisone. Ah. Ugh. It almost hurts even more, the slow shit. Whoa. Alright. Coming up. Or 0.9. Oh man. Suck. Yo. Oh. hurry up. Oh, man. And we're done, thank God. Oh. That really helps a lot. Lightly, literally just let your fingers wipe over your skin. Damn. All right. Thank God that's done. Okay. Let's get some electrolytes flowing through the blood, huh? Oh man, it's good. Oh yeah. All right. Okay. Lymphedema is more annoying than it is a hindrance. It's just like a fucking pain in the ass, literally. All right, let me show you my walk here. That is my mile walk at 2.2 speed at 20 milligrams of prednisone on the taper. So 33-ish minutes, 175 active calories. Beats are basically back down to normal-ish. That was Tuesday, 2.2 speed mile walk, no incline, no weight. And again, that's on my taper down prednisone. I'm at 20 milligrams I took today. So, oh man. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna go take a piss and then I'll be right back with abs.